We've made it to the campground. This is Lake Lincoln. So far there are no "don't feed the alligator" signs, which I'm glad. But it's a beautiful, beautiful campsite. Well, I think that's the bathhouse up there. But it's beautiful. It's sprinkling. Of course, we had to go through the, I don't know where the GPS sent us, but we actually made it to gravel roads before we got to a blacktop road again. Cindy helping the camper set up. We're glad we're here. Are you losing, dear? Hello? You need help counting? Calculator?
No,
95. That's 95.
Ooh. Oh my God. How many cars did you have?
17. That was 95, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 15. What is that?
110.
120?
110.
Where am I?
This
Oh,
is
my glasses
95. What?
110.
Okay, 110.
on. Oh, I come in second.
18.
Wait.
124.
Okay.
33. 45. Right?
33. And 8. 41.
41, yeah. 141.
Ooh, that's the highest it's ever been. Ooh. Somebody's not happy. He's not happy.
You took him out. You took him out.
You don't get to pet a four.
Well, you don't either, because you give more. You already opened that bag of tricks.
What's wrong? You look all flustered. You flustered, Chris? Well, he made it up there. All I got to say is he lost a kneecap. Let's see, I'm down here. I'm down here in this one. He's up there in that one. Night, dear.
Good night.
Good morning. Look at this view. My goodness, we had a good night. Of course, I didn't sleep, but everybody else did. Cindy's cooking breakfast. BC is cooking bacon. And we're just going to enjoy our do-nothing weekend. Did you catch any fish, Chris?
3.
Look at him.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw it in pitch.
You having a good time?
Yeah.
I was down there.
Tell me what happened last night in the bed.
I rolled away from the hole that you'd fall off of, and I rolled into the window and the shade under. It rolled back up in a hurry.
Scared us all to death.
Well, it didn't scare me to death, but I was afraid it woke everybody up.
Tell me about your kneecap.
Oh, I was getting in there. Apparently, I was going up. Somehow my knee got caught where the two meet. I thought I lost it.
I thought it woke the neighborhood. I think this is Main Street. There it is. That's the city, right there. We at the gas station. There is all kind of stuff there in this, what do they call this thing, Cindy?
Something meal. Meal mall.
Mill Mall in Weston, Mississippi. There is all kinds, 2 stores. 2 stores, and my husband is in there touching every single item. I sit out here, me and Cindy sitting out here in the breeze. Every once in a while there'll be a breeze. It's like 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Whew. You know, you hear old timers say stuff like, oh, back in the good old days. Well, let me tell you, the good old days didn't have air conditioner, and they lying. They are lying to you. Oh, we love this.
It's so pretty. So this truck here is original to Mississippi. It was the original Holman family started Jitney Jungle.
Wow.
This was their original grocery delivery truck.
Really?
So it was found in a warehouse in Jackson, boarded up behind a freight elevator. And it has since been brought out. We've refurbished it, but before it got refurbished, it was in the movie of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Are you
This
serious?
was
Oh,
the
brother, where
truck
art
that,
thou?
They flagged down and jumped in the back of, and the Warry Girls that was in the back singing. This was the truck that was used for that movie.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And more recently, we took it to Natchez, and it's going to be featured in the movie The Ritual that Al Pacino was filming in Natchez.
Wow.
Cool.
In the front, but we used it in a wedding in July, and we are taking it a week from today to Jackson for the Shriners Ball. They are using it as a prop for their annual ball that they
Oh,
have.
wow.
So their theme is the Prohibition. So they had come down here to ask if they could use one of the cars for that. So.
Wow.
This is one of our rarest vehicles. It's a 1919 Dodge Brothers pickup truck. It was converted from a car to a pickup truck because during the war, the government would take your cars from you and melt them down for the war effort. They needed the metal.
I did not know that.
In order for you to keep your vehicle, it had to be a truck, and they had to use it for some type of work. So the Dodge brothers had made a conversion that you could change your car into a truck to where you could keep it from being melted down.
Oh, sorry.
Look at the bullet holes in the windshield.
So, and this actually come out of Tennessee, so it is an authentic moonshine steel.
Is that really bullet holes?
That is bullet holes, so.
From the other side. See,
Wow.
they shot from behind them.
Oh my word.
This one does crank and run, so this is my daughter's favorite one, so.
It's a 1922.
It's a 1922 Roadster. It's all original. That's the reason we left it the way it was. We just felt like that it is a survivor, so we didn't try to paint it or anything. It's like my husband said, it's not a nut or a bolt on it that doesn't need to be replaced, but it's one of our best running cars.
Wow.
My 15-year-old daughter loves driving. We got this when it came out of Texas. There was no interior, there was no roof on it or anything, so we had to completely redo everything. Now the lights aren't original. You usually wouldn't see lights in it, but being we redid everything, we love the lighting and everything, and we wanted to make it look like a speakeasy.
Like a what?
Like a speakeasy.
Oh.
That's like the hidden bars back then during
Oh,
Prohibition.
okay.
They had to hide them, and they were called speakeasies.
Oh, wow.
This is a 1929 Ford Model 8 Phaeton. This was our first purchase as an antique car. We found it in an estate auction in North Mississippi, and I think it was Lake Mississippi, and I fell in love with it. It was not this color when we got it. It was a putrid green color.
Oh, wow.
And so it was not running at the time, and we had to learn a lot about them because the Model A's are a positive ground. It is completely opposite. You hook the battery up completely different than you do in a regular car. So we found out after finding out it was a positive ground that somebody had hooked it up wrong and the entire wiring system was fried.
Oh,
It's
man.
not much of a wiring system, but it was still all fried.
Wow.
We had to completely rewire it and everything, so. Thing we replaced on it was the top and the rear tires. We still had the top, but we just knew if we were gonna drive it, we wanted it to be able to stay together and not fall apart. The rear tires was, only reason we replaced those is because the barn that was in, it had water coming through the back of it, and the back tires were just dry rotted.
And this is a
the front
1910.
tires are 109 years old.
Do I?
The front tires are 109 years old.
109 years
So-
old.
And they
Wow.
still hold air pretty well. So,
Wow.
but this is what they called the last of the brass and the first for electric lights.
Here. Oh. So, this is all about revenge.
No,
Is it?
you cheating.
I did not cheat. You just lost poorly. What happened, Chris?
Hush.
Found them out, but negative.
You put that dang phone on.
He's not winning yet, and we're gonna have to play all night because he's not stopping till he wins. How many times in a row you lost?
I didn't lose the last time.
Oh, you did?
Let me buy that.
You got a pair now?
Yeah.
And no eights. Y'all are.
Oh, shoot.
No, I'm not out, Chris.
Oh, you stand a
Oh,
chance.
you are,
No,
probably.
I'm not. I have a pair of something that's not on the board. I got one play. We are packing up to go. This is a beautiful, beautiful place. Lake all around us. There we are down there. I hear them talking about me.
Oh, he's getting
We
out.
just got pulled over.
Oh, what he's doing?
I don't know what we did.
He got out and went around on the other.
I got to tell you about the box of pinafores before I end this. I was going to play a joke on my cousin Cindy. Now, she likes Jody's Bakery's pinafores.
That's the loose time she loves.
She loves them. And I had this little bitty cupcake holder, you know, with the little lid, little tin cup with the lid. And we were going to play a game of cards. And if Chris or me or BC won, then I was going to break out that little pinafore as first place prize. And I know she would get a reaction because Chris, she loves them that much that she would have snatched it out of somebody's hand because I was going to tell her that was the only one. And anyway, her husband said, I was just going to lick it. And Cindy said, it didn't matter. I just snatched it out of your hand. And Chris said, Chris don't even eat them. He doesn't eat a lot of sweets. And he said, but I was going to eat that right there in front of her. Just gobble it down because she likes them so much. But I put them in my pillowcase, the box in my pillowcase, and toted them into the camper.
110 degrees out.
Yeah, it was 110 degrees outside. And I guess we got, 10 minutes down the road?
No, about 3 minutes.
3 minutes down the road. Excuse me. It's when I said, what do you think that temperature is like in that camper right about now?
I
And
knew it when you said it.
And Chris knew. He knew. I got to worrying that my little icing flowers on those pinafores would melt off to the side.
Stop.
And I spoiled the surprise. I said, you got to pull over. I got to get them out. And of course, Cindy don't know what we're talking about. I go in there. She goes in there with me. And I said, here's your surprise. That box of pinafores, there is 2 left. And when we stopped to get gas, no, we didn't stop to get gas a while ago. We stopped to go to the restroom outside of Hattiesburg.
On the way back.
On the way back. And when we got back in the car, she was going, she had gotten back into that box. There's 2 left. But we had the most fun laughing about that box of pinafores. It was a good weekend, wasn't it?
Oh, it was relaxing.
It was a relaxing weekend.
I hadn't even thought about air conditioning.
Yeah, it was very relaxing. All right, that's it. Y'all have a good one. We just walked in. Walked in. Now, let me tell you, Mia's so glad to see us. So happy to see us. Oh, we had a scare. As I said, you know, when you pull in a big camper, you have to swing out into the other lane to swing into to do a right turn. Well, that's what we did. And by we, I mean my cousin's husband. So he swung into the next lane and turned right. All of a sudden, now we're on my road. All of a sudden you hear, whoop, whoop, whoop. We were getting pulled over. And You know, and I am a nervous Nelly. Now, if somebody pulls me over just to say, hello, how you doing today? I fall to pieces because I'll look like I just robbed a bank. I'm just a nervous Nelly when it comes to something like that, because I don't want anybody to ever think I'm a criminal or that I'm doing something wrong. I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. And I remember one time we were going through a traffic stop. Is that what you call them? Traffic stops? And inspection sticker stops. That's what it was, wasn't it?
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. That's what it's called. And I didn't have my inspection sticker
No, you
updated.
It was expired.
So I told him, I said, sir, if you will give me 15 minutes, I'll go get one and I'll come right back. And I did. He was so aggravated with me because we had to go back through that checkpoint just to prove that I got one. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. But anyway, you know how you get all these people that say, oh, I know the mayor. Do you know who I am? Well, it turns out I'm that person.
Yep, she turned into that. And I was laughing my tail off.
I did not intend to turn into that person, but I didn't want my cousin's husband to get a ticket. And so in just casual conversation, you know, he's first he come up to me and he said, could you roll the window down? And I'm in the second seat. And I was like, oh, a command. I was like, I rolled the window down because I'm nervous. And he asked for the driver's license and insurance. And I was like, yo, hurry up. He's right here. He's by my door. Hurry up. And the longer and the officer was just as calm as can be. And we're all looking like we got, traveled from Mexico with a load of cocaine in the back.
Didn't.
Well, the back seat was, me and Cindy were. We looked like we were carrying drugs for the cartel. Because she's a nervous Nelly too. So anyway, he gets the insurance, and he goes back there, and then he calls for backups. Like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with y'all? What are y'all we hanging with? Who are we hanging with? They got to call for backup. So anyway, backup came, and then the backup eased up by my door, and it's like, and he's looking around. It's like, we're not criminal people. Just ask Chief Peggy. We're not criminal. So first name I dropped. Then I said, I live right here on this road. I said, y'all stopped by my house many, many times. Now, I didn't mean it to say it like that, because that really made me sound like a criminal, that y'all are always stopping by my house. But then I had to add, for brownies and cookies and stuff, because I'm always cooking something for y'all. And I said, I don't believe I met you. And of course, and then I did it. I don't know how it just word vomit out of my mouth. I'm embarrassed to say that I said, my son-in-law works for the mayor. There you go. I did it. I was that person.
You knew the chief.
I knew the chief. Not this new chief. I don't know the new chief.
No.
The other chief, the one that retired. But anyway, it all worked out. The officer that stopped us understood traveling with a big rig like this. He understood that you had to swing out a little bit into the road, but he was just doing his due diligence to make sure we weren't, 3 sheets of the wind up in there. And although right this moment I could probably use something, because I'm still nervous.
You'd like to worry me to death.
Oh, you didn't even. Me,
I told him, I said, y'all watch this. I'm going to jump out and take off running.
yeah. He said, I'm
That
fixing to
made
take
me
off
even
running and see if he'll chase me. And I was like, but anyway, I squirmed so much in my seatbelt that, it caught me. And I was up against the back seat that pulled so tight. I had to undo my seatbelt and readjust it because I had squirmed so much. I'd make a terrible criminal. I make a terrible non-criminal because I look like a criminal. And
if I'd have been driving, she said, I told him about that. I told him that. That's
oh,
what,
if it's me and you going to jail, I'll sing like a bird. I'm turning state evidence. That's me. Singing like a bird. I ain't going to jail. But I'm embarrassed to say that I dropped, a name dropped.
Couple of names there.
A couple of names. I didn't know I was that person. I did not know I was that person. But apparently I am. There you
don't know
go.
who I am?
There you go. I'm that person. Y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe.